This is just a sample of the audiobook. To get the complete audiobook, access the link posted in the first comment.
My story was perfect. Perfect, cancer-free parents who called several times a week, tipsy on wine or each other's company. Perfect, spontaneous, multilingual, 6'3" boyfriend who worked in the ER and knew how to make coq au vin. Perfect, shabby chic apartment in Queens. Perfect job writing romantic novels inspired by perfect parents and perfect boyfriend for Sandy Low Books. Perfect life. But it was just a story, and when one gaping plot hole appeared, the whole thing unraveled. That's how stories work. Now, at 29, I was miserable, broke, semi-homeless, very single, and pulling up to a gorgeous lake house whose very existence nauseated me. Grandly romanticizing my life had stopped serving me, but my fatal flaw was still riding shotgun in my dinged-up Kia Soul, narrating things as they happened. January Andrews stared out the car window at the angry lake beating up on the dusky shore. She tried to convince herself that coming here hadn't been a mistake. It was definitely a mistake, but I had no better option. You didn't turn down free lodging when you were broke. I parked on the street and stared up at the oversized cottage's facade, its gleaming windows and fairy tale of a porch, the shaggy beach grass dancing in the warm breeze. I checked the address in my GPS against the handwritten one hanging from the house key. This was it, all right. For a minute, I stalled, like maybe a world-ending asteroid would take me out before I was forced to go inside. Then I took a deep breath and got out, wrestling my overstuffed suitcase from the back seat, along with the cardboard box full of gin handles. I pushed a fistful of dark hair out of my eyes to study the cornflower blue shingles and snow-white trim. Just pretend you're at an Airbnb. Immediately, an imaginary Airbnb listing ran through my head. 3-bedroom, 3-bath lakeside cottage brimming with charm and proof your father was an asshole and your life has been a lie. I started up the steps cut into the grassy hillside, blood rushing through my ears like fire hoses and legs wobbling, anticipating the moment the hell mouth would open and the world would drop out from under me. That already happened, last year, and it didn't kill you, so neither will this. On the porch, every sensation in my body heightened. The tingling in my face, the twist in my stomach, the sweat prickling along my neck. I balanced the box of gin against my hip and slipped the key into the lock, a part of me hoping it would jam, that all this would turn out to be an elaborate practical joke Dad had set up for us before he died. Or, better yet, he wasn't actually dead. He'd jump out from behind the bushes and scream, "Gotcha! You didn't really think I had a secret second life, did you? You couldn't possibly think I had a second house with some woman other than your mother." The key turned effortlessly. The door swung inward. The house was silent. An ache went through me, the same one I'd felt at least once a day since I got Mom's call about the stroke and heard her sob those words, "He's gone, Janie." No Dad. Not here, not anywhere. And then the second pain, the knife twisting. The father you knew never existed anyway. I'd never really had him, just like I'd never really had my ex, Jacques, or his coq au vin. It was just a story I'd been telling myself. From now on, it was the ugly truth or nothing. I steeled myself and stepped inside. My first thought was that the ugly truth wasn't super ugly. My dad's love nest had an open floor plan, a living room that spilled into a funky blue-tiled kitchen and homey breakfast nook, the wall of windows just beyond overlooking a dark-stained deck. If Mom had owned this place, everything would have been a mix of creamy, calming neutrals. The bohemian room I'd stepped into would have been more at home in Jacques' and my old place than my parents'. I felt a little queasy imagining Dad here, among these things Mom never would have picked out, the folksy hand-painted breakfast table.